Hello, my friends. Welcome back to SBS English Podcast. Let's practice English together, step by step. Do you ever understand English but freeze when it's your turn to speak? Imagine this. You walk into a cafe, the barista smiles at you, and suddenly your brain stops. You know what you want, but the words, they just won't come. Today, you're going to unlock 50 real English phrases that you can actually use today, and I'll show you how with shadowing so you can practice speaking naturally and confidently. Before we start, let's try a mini shadowing exercise. Listen, repeat, and feel the words in your mouth. Hi, I'd like a coffee, please. Could I have it with milk? Great. That was your first step towards speaking confidently. In this video, you'll also learn the common mistakes learners make at cafes, a simple 3-step technique to speak slower and naturally, and how to use phrases in different situations: ordering, asking about ingredients, paying, and more. By the end, you'll feel more confident, ready to speak English without fear, even if it's fast or crowded. Many learners freeze because they try to translate literally from their language, or they speak too fast, afraid to pause. Let's see some real situations. A student says, "I want coffee with milk." The barista asks, "Do you want hot or iced?" The student freezes. They weren't ready for a follow-up question. Another student blurts out, "Hi, I, want cappuccino." "No, with milk." The barista nods politely, but the student feels embarrassed. And some learners overthink grammar, wondering, should I say "I would like" or "can I have"? They stay silent. Time passes and anxiety grows. The key takeaway is that it's normal to make mistakes. Everyone does. What matters is to practice short, simple phrases and use shadowing to train your mouth and brain to respond naturally. Let's practice a mini dialogue together. The barista says, "Hi, what can I get for you today?" You respond, "Hi, I'd like a cappuccino, please." The barista asks, "Hot or iced?" You reply, "Hot, please. Thank you." Repeat it slowly, feel the rhythm, and don't rush. Notice how each word connects naturally. Pausing is not a mistake. Pausing gives you time to think and makes your English sound calm and confident, not rushed. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. Every small repetition builds your confidence and helps your brain respond automatically when it's your turn to speak. Today you started learning how to stop freezing in cafes. By practicing these simple phrases and using shadowing, you are already taking the first step towards speaking English naturally and with ease. Now, let's talk about a simple 3-step technique that will help you speak slower and more naturally in cafes or any real-life situation. Step 1 is pause and breathe. Many learners rush because they are nervous. Before speaking, take a small breath and think about your first word. For example, instead of saying, "Hi, I want coffee," you can pause and calmly say, "Hi, I'd like a coffee, please." That small pause gives your brain time to organize words and makes you sound confident. Try it with me. "Hi, I'd like a coffee, please." Repeat it slowly, just like you are talking to a friend. Step 2 is chunk your sentences. Break your phrases into small parts and speak them one by one. For example, instead of, "Can I have a cappuccino with milk and sugar?" you can say, "Can I have a cappuccino with milk and sugar?" Notice how each part is easier to say and you sound calm and natural. Let's practice this together. "Can I have a cappuccino with milk and sugar?" Good. Feel the rhythm, feel the words. Step 3 is mirror the barista's rhythm. Listen carefully to how they speak and repeat in the same pace and tone. This is where shadowing becomes very powerful. Imagine the barista says, "Would you like that hot or iced?" You respond naturally, matching the rhythm. "Hot, please." Now repeat with me. Barista, "Would you like that hot or iced?" You, "Hot, please." Pause. Again. Barista. Would you like that hot or iced? You. Hot, please. Shadowing like this trains your mouth and brain to react automatically, reducing fear and hesitation. Let's put these 3 steps together in a mini dialogue. Barista. Hi, what can I get for you today? You. Pause and breathe. Hi, I'd like a latte, please. Barista. Hot or iced? You. Chunk the sentence. Hot. Please. Barista. Would you like anything else? You. No. Thank you. Repeat this a few times and notice how you feel calmer, more confident, and ready to speak in real situations. Remember, these steps are simple but powerful. Pausing, chunking sentences, and mirroring rhythm transform nervous, fast speech into clear, natural English. Every time you practice shadowing, your confidence grows and your brain learns the correct patterns automatically. Even if you make mistakes, it's completely normal. Each attempt strengthens your ability to respond naturally next time. By practicing this 3-step technique daily, even for 5 minutes, you start noticing progress immediately. You will feel less fear, less anxiety, and more excitement about speaking English in cafes, with friends, or anywhere in the real world. Keep repeating these mini dialogues and celebrate every small win. Now that you've learned how to pause, chunk your sentences, and mirror the barista's rhythm, let's explore how to use key phrases in different situations at a cafe. These phrases are simple, practical, and you can use them today, anywhere. First, let's practice ordering your drink. Some easy phrases include, I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have a cappuccino? Or, I'll take a latte, please. Repeat each one slowly after me. I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have a cappuccino? I'll take a latte, please. Using these phrases regularly trains your brain to respond automatically, so you don't freeze when it's your turn to speak. Next, let's learn phrases for asking about ingredients or customization. Sometimes you want milk, sugar, or a special flavor. You can say, can I have it with milk? Or no sugar, please. For flavors, try, could you add vanilla syrup? Repeat these slowly with me. Can I have it with milk? No sugar, please. Could you add vanilla syrup? Notice how clear and natural your sentences sound when you speak slowly and confidently. Now let's move to asking for recommendations or clarifications. You can use phrases like, what do you recommend? Or, what's your most popular drink? Shadow and repeat, what do you recommend? Cause, what's your most popular drink? These phrases are perfect for real conversations because they let the barista guide you without pressure, and you can practice listening and responding naturally. Finally, let's practice phrases for paying and finishing your order. You can say, how much is it? Or can I pay by card? After paying, it's polite to say, thank you, or have a nice day. Repeat after me. How much is it? Can I pay by card? Thank you. Have a nice day. Shadowing these short, practical phrases daily makes them automatic, so you can focus on your conversation instead of worrying about grammar or vocabulary. Let's put all these phrases together in a mini dialogue. Barista. Hi, what can I get for you today? You. Hi, I'd like a cappuccino, please. Barista. Hot or iced? You. Hot, please. Barista. Would you like milk or sugar? You adjust milk, please. Barista. Anything else? You. No, thank you. Barista. That'll be $4.50. You. Here's my card. Thank you. Repeat this several times using the pause, chunking, and rhythm techniques from before. By practicing these phrases regularly, you'll start feeling confident in any cafe situation. You'll understand the questions, respond naturally, and even enjoy short conversations with the barista. Remember, the goal is not perfection but consistency and repetition. Every time you shadow these phrases, your confidence grows and the fear of speaking fades. Now that you've practiced ordering, asking about ingredients, and paying, let's take a moment to recap the key phrases and techniques you've learned today. You've learned 50 real English phrases, but more importantly, you've practiced using them naturally with shadowing. You now know how to pause and breathe before speaking, how to chunk sentences into small parts, and how to mirror the rhythm of the person you're talking to. These steps transform nervous, rushed speech into calm, confident English. Let me share a quick story of one of my students, Sarah. Sarah used to freeze every time she went to a cafe. She knew English, but when the barista asked questions, she would panic. After just a few days of practicing 5 minutes of shadowing daily, she started using simple phrases without thinking. Her first real success was ordering a latte. She paused, said, "Hi, I'd like a latte, please," and added, "No sugar, thank you." The barista smiled, and Sarah felt a wave of confidence. Every day after that, she practiced a little more, tried new phrases, and soon she could order confidently even in busy cafes. Today, Sarah can chat naturally with baristas, ask for recommendations, and pay with ease. Her story shows that small, consistent steps lead to real transformation. Now, let's do a mini shadowing review together. Repeat each phrase slowly, feel the rhythm, and notice your confidence growing. Hi, I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have it with milk? Hot, please. No sugar, thank you. What do you recommend? How much is it? Can I pay by card? Thank you. Have a nice day. Excellent. You just practiced multiple phrases in context, combining pauses, chunks, and rhythm. This is exactly how you prepare your brain and mouth to respond naturally in real life. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Even 5 minutes of daily shadowing can make a big difference. Practice these phrases at home, imagine real cafe situations, or even record yourself speaking. Celebrate every small win. Every word spoken is progress. Mistakes are normal. They are your stepping stones toward confidence. The more you practice, the easier it gets, and soon ordering coffee in English will feel natural and stress-free. So, keep going. Every day, shadow a few phrases, repeat mini dialogues, and notice how your confidence grows. You are building a skill that lasts a lifetime, and each small step brings you closer to speaking English without fear. Just like Sarah, you can overcome hesitation, enjoy real conversations, and feel proud of your progress. As we reach the end of today's lesson, take a moment to feel proud of yourself. You've already done something most learners struggle with. You've practiced speaking English out loud, repeated phrases with shadowing, and learned practical ways to order coffee confidently. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. Every small step you take builds your confidence, your fluency, and your ability to respond naturally in real situations. Let's quickly recap what you've learned today. You discovered 50 real English phrases for cafes, from ordering drinks, asking about ingredients, to paying and finishing your order politely. You practiced the 3-step technique: pause and breathe, chunk your sentences, and mirror the rhythm of the barista. You used mini dialogues and shadowing to train your brain and mouth to respond automatically. Most importantly, you learned that mistakes are normal, and every attempt strengthens your ability to speak naturally. Now imagine yourself walking into a cafe tomorrow. You smile at the barista and say, "Hi, I'd like a latte, please." You pause, you speak clearly, you add, "No sugar, thank you," and you leave with confidence. That's not a dream. That's your reality waiting to happen. Every day, you practice shadowing. Even for 5 minutes, you are moving closer to that moment. Here's a small challenge for you. Today, pick 5 phrases from this lesson. Practice them 3 times each, speaking slowly, pausing, and repeating. Record yourself if you can. Then tomorrow, try using them in a real or imagined cafe situation. Celebrate every word you say. Remember Sarah's story. She started with just one short dialogue each day, And now she speaks confidently in cafes. You can do the same. Finally, take a deep breath and say it out loud with me. I can speak English. I can order with confidence. I can enjoy real conversations. Repeat it twice more. Feel the confidence building. This is your journey, step by step, word by word. Keep practicing, keep shadowing, and soon, freezing in cafes will be a thing of the past. You are capable, you are improving, and every practice session brings you closer to speaking English naturally and fearlessly. Thank you for joining me today. Keep repeating these phrases, keep practicing shadowing, and remember, small daily steps lead to big results. Come back tomorrow for another lesson, and let's continue this journey together. Your voice matters, your progress matters, and your confidence will grow. See you next time, my friends.